Ah, the sweet smell of freedom. Hello geeks, welcome back to Everyday Normal Greek. First episode of 2020, and we're starting the year with something completely off the usual. Hearts of Iron 4. The sweet smell of freedom didn't sound it very nice. It sounded a bit weird probably, but nevertheless, let's move on. And this time we're starting with Hearts of Iron 4. Yes, this grand strategy game, historical game, grand strategy historical game, revolved around World War II, which was released in the 6th of June of 2016 by Paradox Interactive, developed and released by Paradox Interactive. By Paradox Development Studio it was developed, and Paradox Interactive it was released. And it's a almost 4-year-old game, and but still pretty alive. Still gets updates. Paradox is is giving a lot of love and attention to it. It has like a very vibrant community, a very nice and active Steam workshop as well. And I recently re-downloaded the game. I had this game. I was playing this game. I remember one of the early versions of it in 2016, in these very early access versions. I played for quite some time, then I stopped. I have I don't know, maybe 2.5 years to play it. But here we are again in it, and I'm just trying to take it. I love it. Like, World War II is one of my favorite historical eras. Let's not lose any more time looking at trailers and looking at this is the main screen of the game. Allow me to just put a bit down the music. This music in the game is never ending and it's a bit too loud. So yes, this is a grand strategy game revolved around World War II, quite popular. I suspect that you know it. If you out there, dude, like random dude in YouTube, random dude that you're watching my channel, you don't know this game, I will say everything. I will talk through everything step by step. If you know this game and you see me playing, probably you will get a bit angry on me. Probably you will get some rage, because I have quite a lot of time to play. I'm not really technical in the game. Paradox is very popular, has this fame for making very technical, very detailed, mathematical, detail-oriented games. So if you see me doing mistakes, please write me down in the comments below. Show some love, like this video if you will enjoy it, and subscribe to my channel. And let's rock. Let's go straight into it. Let's do some World War II, dudes. Let's do it, geeks. New game now, and we have two options, two scenarios. One to start from 1936, so a few years before the beginning of World War II, and the other is just to start in the middle of the storm in August 1939, which is a blitzkrieg. This is a bit difficult for what I have in mind to do, so I want to have to start in January 1936. It might be a bit slow in the beginning, but I will just try to play as fast as possible in the beginning till we go to the good part, you know, like when the cannons are firing, boom, boom, and then the world starts. Okay, so we're starting with this Gathering the Storms. Okay, Gathering Storm, sorry. Okay, so we're starting with this. Has a brief history there. I will not read it. Probably you know it. Okay, Hitler is just building up the set for World War II. Europe is in turmoil, and we're just starting there, and we have to prepare. So we have a lot of main nations that these are probably the nations that play the biggest part in World War II. But you can of course select all the countries in the map by that era. Okay, but some countries are boring, some are difficult. It depends. Okay. We go back to interesting countries. It's select the interesting countries, and I have this version of this game Okay, so I just downloaded now from Steam. I found it like on a sale. It was like around 17 euros. So I downloaded the colonial edition of the game. It's a bit more advanced than the simple version, which is the cadet version, which is just a simple game. So this version has a few like cosmetic DLCs, like some German tanks, some Soviet tanks, some other details, some the German historical figures. For example, in the base game, I don't think you can see the let's say the face of Hitler, let's say with his weird mustache and his grandeur hat and stuff. You can see, I think, some shadow him. Anyway, so we have this, and also one extra very interesting thing, it's that you get Poland. Here, this little flag here is little Poland. Okay, so you get some unique focus tree. If you don't know what is a focus tree, follow on, like you will find out very soon when I will start the game. So you get a unique focus tree for Poland, and you get some, like, let's say, unit names and some achievements in Steam as well. And that's the country I want to play with, Poland. Okay, it's a difficult save. It might be like a bit boring, I have to warn you, because if I get my ass kicked from the right beginning, I will just have to play like a cat and mouse game, and I will just have to keep defending. Okay, so, but Poland is quite powerful if you play the right. I believe. I just want to try it. Poland is a very interesting country, because we will go to the map and you will see why. So, yes, so my game is like this. I have no other DLCs right now, and I have no other mods. So I'm just playing technically the Colonial Edition, the vanilla Colonial Edition game, and I will play with Poland. So yes, we have here our leader Ignacy Moschiki or Mosiki. Sorry for the Polish people if I pronounce this wrong. With non-aligned ideology, we are authoritarian. We don't have elections. That's good for the game. Not good in general, but good for the game. And yeah, let's hit it. We will play Ironman Mode, okay? And with historical AI focuses. What historical AI means, for those of you who haven't played the game or haven't seen this before, historical AI technically means that the AI tries to stick more to historical decisions that made during World War II. So Italy will behave more like historic Italy, and the German Reich will take decisions closely resembling like what German Reich did in World War II, and etc. for all the countries. And Ironman Mode means that Ironman, we cannot put console cheats, first of all, and we cannot save the game in multiple files and whenever we want. The game is being saved automatically in a single file. That means that if I do mistakes, I will lose. I cannot restart this save with you guys. Okay, so all in Ironman, and I will play in regular mode, because in regular mode no one is taking, in regular difficulty, no one is taking. Okay, we have some custom rules also. I've never seen this before. Okay, I have to play quite a lot of years. Okay. Wow, we can do a lot of coups against the AI. Only 3. Wow. Okay. Oh, we can mess with those stuff. Okay, not losing any time with this. I'm not gonna touch anything right now, okay? But I see here that, for example, if you play the easier difficulties, you get some bonuses. If you play the more powerful, the harder games, the bigger difficulties, your enemies are getting some bonuses while you're getting some nerfings. Okay, so you see in veteran here, this is this small bug here. It just expands too much here, and yeah. So that's it technically. So we're playing regularly. No one is taking bonuses. So let's start. Okay. Ironman Poland 1. Save and play. Okay, and here we are. We just started. We are in 1st of January 1936. And I told you before, Poland can be very tricky, very difficult, like save, because as you can see, like you don't need to be a strategist to realize the difficulty. Poland is this squeezed little country here between this monster called Soviet Union, this huge, vast country of like millions of people, and the German Reich. So we're just in the middle, okay? Have you seen those videos? Have you ever been in a situation where two people fighting, and you're just standing in the middle there, just minding your own business, and you're just in the middle? So that's Poland. So we will try, okay? So historically, for those of you who don't know, Poland was fallen first. Like the invasion in Poland is considered the beginning of World War II. And German Reich took Poland like super fast. Technically, like Germans invaded from the west and Soviets invaded from the east at the same time. And they split it kinda in half. Yep. That was the fate of Poland in World War II. We will try, in this game, we will try to avoid it. Okay? So let's start first with our like notifications here. So we have some research slots available here, and okay, we see here. So let's first see a bit around the research tree. Let's see the technology. So now we're in 1936. So we have the like let's say current for our year like equipment for weapons and equipment for our soldiers. We lack some like what is this automatic weapons. Okay, so this should have been from 1919, but we don't have it yet, and we have a second version of it in 1938. So probably that would be a good start to start researching this. We don't have anything about mobile infantry yet, so this is not research. This Ursus A is still left there to be researched. And about special forces, we only have mountaineers, so mountain infantry. Okay, mountain infantry, which we are fairly flat country, but if we're about to conquer more countries, probably we'll need, because around us there are like mountainous countries. But also mountaineers, I think they give really good organization. They have just 70 organization, which will be very useful, especially when we're defending. It's both useful in defend and attack, but it's very good. We don't have any other special forces here. No Marines, no paratroopers, no special forces. And what about our support companies? This is like units that they support their main fighting units. So of course we have the support equipment research, and then we have just engineers company and recon company. We don't have maintenance, we don't have military police. I think these three require first the motorized research here. So okay, so we will need to do some research here. And about tanks, completely nothing. We just have this Renault FT from 1918, but this is World War I tank. Like this in the modern 1940s warfare will do nothing. This in 1939 will just be pierced like carton paper. So we will need to form a strategy here, because I don't know. Now we don't have, for sure we don't have the industry right now. I just see here that we just have 27 factories. 9 of them are military, 17 are civilian. So we currently don't have the capacity to start building armored, but we'll see what we'll do. About artillery, we are okay. I guess we have anti-air artillery. We also have this 75 millimeter artillery, which is pretty okay. Cool thing that we can see this in 3D also. See, you turn it around the unit and whoa, you check it in 3D. Awesome, nice, very nice. Okay, so we have this artillery, and it has some no anti-tank. Probably it will be useful if we don't. Especially we don't make any armor. And what it has here is it has researched the Grand Battle Plan Doctrine. That's interesting, because there are 4 doctrines that we can choose from, and they will just give us like each one different bonuses. Depends on what we want to do. We could go for mass assault. See, reinforce out of supply effect. Supply grace. Mass mobilization. Mass change. What it gives here? It gives organization here to tanks. It gives supply consumption. Yeah, we could say that we could do something like that, even though I don't know how much we can focus on armor early on. For now, we have the grand battle plan, which I think it gives a lot of bonuses for, yes, you see, for entrenchment, and it gives for planning, for defense, which if we're going to go with defense, we will need it. It gives a force from motorized, but again, planning, organization, breakthrough, max planning. But I think I have in mind that since we don't have this powerful industry, I want to focus on superior firepower. So superior firepower is like, as it says, focus on throwing shells, not men. So what throws shells? Artillery. So this gives bonuses probably for artillery. Soft attack, which I guess artillery is pretty good at. Soft attack is like 25. It's pretty high. So soft attack is attack against like soft targets. Humans flesh is soft. So soft attack, organization, defense. Then we have disperse support with advanced recovery rate and soft attack. Then soft attack, breakthrough, and then we have shock and all. I see. Combine arms. This looks interesting. Because it gives some heart attack to the army. And gives soft and hard attack to tanks and armor. More in force. Air superiority. Organization. I think that would be something interesting, this 3 down. And since we are a nation of not a lot of people, let's open here. So our manpower is right now we're just like we have free 156.43k people to use. We currently use 320k and we have a total available manpower of 480k, 1.5%. Because right now our conscription law is just volunteer, so 1.5% of the population. I'm planning to advance this to limited conscription at least as soon as possible, which this will give us another 1%. And of course at some point this will go, but probably after war has started or close to war, we'll go to extensive conscription to 5%. So we're going to like increase it a lot. Yes, I see, but we must be fast so communist. But this alliance, okay, this is giving up a bit of my plan, what I have in mind, because like this aligns with what I want to do, you know. Okay, so slowly you will see. Okay, and now we have a civilian economy. We will need for sure to change this to air mobilization as soon as possible, because this will give us plus 30. Or should we go to partial mobilization? Well, this will give us faster conversion, less conversion cost, but less fuel gain per oil, but more construction speed. And early mobilization will give us less fuel gain per oil, more construction speed, but consumer goods will be less, which these consumer goods are like taking up some of our factories. We can see it in where production, I think somewhere we can see the consumer goods, maybe construction. We have industry somewhere. It should be somewhere. Research. I will find it eventually. Is it just here? I don't even know. We have to check about the factories again, I guess. Okay, I'm fairly new yet to this game. I mean, I'm not new, it's just as I told you, like I'm not gonna lose any more time now, so okay, so let's not lose any more time. I think, okay, about what we have about destroyers here. So Poland doesn't have anything research, just 9022 destroyer, Witcher class. But we have navy. Okay, so we have what we're starting with 2 destroyers and 3 submarines. Okay, nope, we don't have navy. Okay, interesting. So I don't know, this would be I will just let them out. I'm not gonna pursue anything related to navy right now because I don't think I have the capacity to catch up with like global powers. And anyway, the German AI, I just hope that they will not, so the German and the Soviet AI, that they will not build something to attack me anyway. I just have one port in Danzig. Okay, so about fighters, about planes, we just have this closer support and some old, not so old, but the first version of fighter. For sure we want to research some fighters. I don't know, but maybe later bombers. Probably if for defense, for sure we will not need the bombers. What we will need is some fighters. Maybe some heavy fighters as well. Some doctrines here, but for now I don't know. Probably we want to go for support. I want to go for support, I think. I want to build, my main focus will be to build fighters, so to have like to control the air as much as I can from the Germans, and then close air support to be able to attack like personnel in the ground. And about electronics and engineering in general, nothing. So we have a lot of stuff to research here. And what about industry? Completely nothing. That's really bad because Poland doesn't have like a lot of factories, and I see that not a lot of research in industry. So we have to prioritize something like that. What is about this? This is efficiency cap plus 10%. This will be for our production, okay? So we need this, and then for sure we need the construction as fast as we can. So let's start with this. Okay, for sure we need this because this is basic. We need these weapons to advance because all these small rectangles are just giving very sweet, as you see, +5, +5%, +5, +2%. Very sweet bonuses to all of our armies. And let's say you see they give bonuses to infantry, they give bonus to motorized, to everything. So these in general, these small tackles are good. It means you don't have to produce anything, and they just get the bonus when they research. So we should make sure that we keep them like in line and be the latest, the current, or the latest, the closest to the year we are, like, so we have to keep track on them. So yeah, finally I found the words. Yes, so okay, so we will go with this one. And okay, so we have the basic machine tools, we have this, and now let's search another one. Okay, tanks for now I will just leave them out. I don't think I can afford right now to produce tanks, but what I would love to produce is all 3 of them. Like, I would love to have artillery, like, so this is towed artillery, I think, Armata 75 millimeters 31. I don't see anywhere saying that is towed. Cannons, Howitzer, anyway, this seems towed though. This is towed, this Armata plot 40 millimeters. This anti-air we have already researched it, but for sure I want to have this Armata P-Punk 37 millimeters, which is anti-tank. This will give us a bit more heart attack, 15%, 15 points here, you see, to be able to defend against heavily armored units that probably the Germans will throw at us at some point. So we have 3 civilian factories. Oh, there they are, the factories that I was looking for, I think. And somewhere should be consumer goods. Yes, here it is a consumer goods. Okay, I was just blind just before. So we use right now, because he says here, with our current economic policy, the people expect 34 of our number of civilian and military factories to produce consumer goods. So some percentage of factories, of civilian factories, are reserved for consumer goods. And I guess because you see the stability, so if you reduce this from the required ones from your policy, somehow, you know, if you lose factories or you turn too much into military factories, and the people will start, your stability will start to decrease. But if we go, as I was looking before, if we go to the economy, and from civilian economy we go to early mobilization, 5%, we will gain 5% of civilian factories to be used in construction. And construction, we want to have it always running. So we don't want to have 3 civilian factories right now. Okay, we have like 9 in use. We have 9 in use. And we have 11 spared, if I understand correctly. And we have an export focus, so we have... okay, it's good that we have the export focus. Export focus is here. I wanted to keep this. It's very good because it gives a lot of bonuses to research, to factory outputs, and construction speed as well. Is the free trade better though? Free trade is better, so probably we would look to change this. We don't want a closed community, even though we will not export anything, but we will lose military civilian factories from it, and we don't want limited exports. So we need a free trade economy. We have a lot of stuff, and we have occupied territory. We have Republic of Ukraine, I don't know, Republic of Belarus, and Lithuania. So I see here we have, this is Vilnius. So this is Vilnius in Lithuania, and this is Novogrodek with Grodno and Baranovich. This has claims from Republic of Belarus. Here also, and this has from Republic of Ukraine, Volyn, this region here, this province. Volyn and Lvov. Oh, we have Lvov. Stanislavov. Okay. So we have some territories from Ukraine. So probably Ukraine here is split between Czechoslovakia, maybe, no? Ah, no, it's between us and the Soviet Union, I see. So Soviet Union has Kiev also. Okay. Okay, so we have some countries. So let's use our factories. Let's start construction. So we will need a lot of military factories. And before I start constructing, let's talk to you about, probably you saw this in the title, because probably I will put a title in the video like something like Communist Poland or something. So my tactic is simple, okay? I will go the cheesy way. And my goal is to survive. I want to have Poland at least the size that I have now, okay, of Poland by the end of World War II, and then we will see what will happen. So I just want to avoid the massive attack from the Germans. So I don't want to be like invaded on the 2 sides. So what I will do, I'm going to improve relationship with Soviet Union, and I'm going to go full communist Poland. So that's it, comrades. Comrades, yes, comrades. So okay, we will be comrades. We will go full communist. We will try to repel back the Nazis and hold as much as possible. It will be difficult for sure, because like Soviet Union has some policies, some focuses that they destroy a bit their army early World War II, around 1939, 1940. Like, it has a lot of people, but not a lot of bonuses, let's say, in their armies. So it will be quite a challenge. So let's go now and start building military factories, because we have 9 military factories. So we need a lot more, and we're just going to build here, all in the east side. Just in case I lose stuff here, I want to be this side fully industrialized, fully built. So let's build some military factories here and here. Let's add also some civilian ones, maybe not so many. And let's mingle them a bit. Okay, let's increase the priority in this one too. So in order to have like, let's say, one military, one civilian, one military, one civilian for a few rounds. And then let's put more military factories. So let's do all this side, all behind this river. All behind this river, let's do this. And where is Warsaw? Warsaw is here in front of this river, okay? This is the actual city here. Okay, so we need military factories and some civilian ones. Maybe another civilian I can add somewhere here. And probably we'll need to fortify. So what I want to do is I want to leave the Danzig alone. And I want to build some forts behind this big river that crosses along Poland. So I want my fallback defense to be here, all around these regions, okay? And from what I see, I have some forts here. It's like very low level forts, just here. But I would like to have something like here. Foreign territory. Okay, this is German territory right now, okay. So, to do something like this, let's say, ideally, to be able to have forts like here. I don't know how easy this will be, but and we need some good level of forts around like maybe 4. So to make a nice fortified line behind our river. This will make it almost impenetrable to pass the river and the forts at the same time, and maybe here also. Something like that. And I'm ready to give up, like, let's say, a big part to let the Germans flow in and then just fall back here. Okay, so now I'm just going very much into the future, but yes, that's the main thing. And maybe let's add a bit more like military factories behind this line. Okay. Let's put them all the way up. Okay. And maybe we should add a bit more. Okay, I'll just fill it for now. Let's do like this. Okay, and we have 3 military factories now. So we have available like 4 military factories. That's good. We've already produced some infantry equipment. If we go to our logistics, we'll see we're lacking a lot of infantry equipment, so we have to push through this, and we are lacking support equipment, so we have to push through this, because these are more important, because like if our soldiers don't have guns and don't have like let's say like bandages and equipment and stuff, and like what they will do? Nothing. We can produce whatever, but they will do nothing if we don't provide them with this basic. So these two are the absolute priority in every save when you're going to war. Okay, so we're going to add a couple of factories here and here as well. So we're left right now with just 1 military factory available, and now we're producing this interwar fighter, which actually we just have 0 of them. Okay, so just let me delete this. We don't need it for now. But what we will need for sure, as I understand, is artillery and the anti-air, as I told you. So let's add some artillery here and have like 2 factories start producing it. Nothing is stockpiled. Okay. And we're missing now tungsten, so we have to trade some tungsten, and let's say with Portugal, so let's give up 1 factory. No? Yep, tungsten is here, it's arrived, okay. Everything else is fine, we just have a lot, and we have some free dockyards, so let's start producing for now convoys, because convoys are important for trade, okay? for transferring troops, for supplies, for everything. So convoys, we need convoys. And anyway, we don't have a lot of dockyards, just one, so let them just produce convoys here. We have unassigned divisions, we have to create our armies, okay, I understand this, and no national focus, so we have to set a focus here. So we have this tree, which is not the generic, this custom tree from Poland, United and Ready, the DLC. So strengthen the police state, we get a lot of political power. We'll need this to make decisions for sure, and right now we just get 2 political power per day, but we're going to spend some of it in changing our status and the status of our neighbors, hopefully, who knows. Policy building, we are going to ignore this for now and probably for the next few years. Airbase expansion, that's useful but not as well. Prepare for the next war, so we'll get some bonus in our Lang Doctrine. The 4-year plan, also for technology. Central region strategy, this is for industry, I guess. Expansion of units, yes, this will give us some bonus for industry. This is also will give some buildings and factories. That would be good to go down these 2 trees very fast. But also we'll need the political power, so I will start with this and then go down the buildings industrial like focus tree, to try and fill my regions as fast as possible with military and civilian factories, with focus to civilians. So no template for towed artillery. Yes, we will soon have it in template. We don't have a lot of manpower. This we will dismiss it for now because we cannot do something about it. And we're just going to our army. Biggest! Wow, very, very strict. This voice. So I see here that we have 28 infantry divisions, 10 cavalry divisions, and 2 mountaineers. If I go to their templates here, let's see. So they're very basic. They just have like a recon company. And for example, the infantry division, 9 infantry divisions with combat with 18. So what we want to do is, because of how the system is, the combat system is working. I don't know if you can see it here right now. The width. Can we see the width? No, maybe somewhere that the war is happening. Here, let's say, is a war happening? Yes, but we don't have intel. Okay, so what is happening is that when the combat is happening, the width of the combat field is in like factors of 20 or 40 or something like that. So in order to cover this completely, to cover this completely, your divisions must match. Your division's width must match the width of the field that the combat is happening. So if you have, let's say, 18 combat width and your enemy has 40 combat width, okay, and you play, you fight in a field, in an area where the width of this area is 40 or 80 or whatever, you can be pretty sure that your opponent will have like an advantage. And it says here, combat width tells you how much room this division will take up in a combat. So if a combat has total width of 80, you can fit 4 divisions with width of 20. So yes, so when a fight starts happening and the combat starts like progressing more, then it plays a role. It plays a big role, this combat width. So, and because the width, as I told you, in the map is on like factors of 20 or 40, something like that, you don't want to have it 18, you don't want it to have it 21. You want it to have it in factors of 40 or 20. So this is 18, but it's pretty easy. We are going to do some standard changes here. We don't have any experience though right now, so we have to put some of this army in training in order to be able to change these templates, because now we cannot change their templates, but for sure I have some plans, because you see it costs some experience. So I don't have any experience, I cannot change anything now, but just to see. So we have this, but let's say if I would add artillery here, you see their combat width would go immediately to 20. We would get some artillery. We would need less infantry equipment, a bit more, yes, a bit more artillery equipment. We would need less manpower, and then, here important, we will have a lot, 92.6 soft attack, which is deadly. artillery increase just 38 our soft attack, and if we add here support artillery as well, we get 107. And we get breakthrough, a bit of piercing as well, and we get few hard attack. It's really good. This is a really good weighted balanced with engineers as well. Because engineers are going to give us a lot of defense. You see breakthrough, a bit of soft attack, entrenchment, which is very important when you defense. And some bonuses when we're, you see, when we're fighting in forts, when we're fighting in rivers. So imagine combining attacking in fort, defending in a fort and a river, you get a 50% plus bonus. That's very good, that's very good. So I guess my forts is good that they're there. But of course 0 hardness in this is just purely infantry company. And we will lack a bit organization, but still fort is good, and the recovery rate of 0.24 is good. Organization is very important for the units. Okay, so this we're going to name it just to keep it simple infantry. Simple infantry division. And this is, yes, this would be like infantry division. Okay. We don't have special forces. Do we want them elite or do we want them reserves? We just want them default, because reserves means that this template will receive equipment with lowest priority. And elites, they're going to receive equipment with, let's say, bigger priority. For now, we just want them to have it like that. Anyway, we don't have anything special about them. And we cannot, of course, change this. We cannot save this. So we're just going to reset it and just change their name. So, okay. Simple infantry. Infantry division. We can control our equipment here. Okay, the renaming is free. Just I don't want to have this name like the police name. So these are like mountaineers. Which mountaineers seem also good. They have really good defense, 209. How much is the infantry here? 209 as well. So what is the difference with mountaineers? They are special forces, of course, okay. They have less HP. They have bigger organization. I see like a 65 instead of 56. And also they have 0.39 recovery rate instead of 0.30. A bit bigger breakthrough. Okay. Other than that, everything else is the same. Okay, they will be useful, I guess. I don't know if we'll keep it in the future or not. And this is just... this we can just name cavalry. Cavalry. But this has a combat width of 6. This has to be changed for sure. If we want to keep cavalry, which could be a bit useful. Maybe. Because compared to the infantry, cavalry has, let's see, soft attack, defense. Probably they just have some speed, you know. Yes, they have just a bit more speed and just a bit more organization. I don't know if we will keep it, really. I don't know if it's worth to keep the cavalry. That's something that I don't know, really. But for now, we just let it. We cannot do anything with it. We just want to go and assign our armies. So I want to keep my armies as separate as possible, because I want to assign like let's say generals on them, and I think that we should go like with, let's say, to keep infantry army and mountaineer army, cavalry, and in the future maybe separate armored armies, like with like tanks and stuff. So let's first of all try to create an army. Okay, so let's select Just one, but a lot of divisions. So 3. So how many are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We can, I think maximum we can put 24 to 24 to like general, but let's keep them, let's make several of them and let's make them 12 strong, 12 division strongs. Okay, yes, okay dude, okay, you're right. So we create the army, we select commander. These are just infantry army, so we have some commanders here. General Vladislav Anders, defense 3, attack level 3, level 4, skill. Okay, you see, like the efficiently command 24 division, max 24 for all my generals right now. Okay, and he has the armor officer, so he would be a good like leader for like our armies, but he's also good in defense and attack. He has good levels. This guy here also has attack, defense, a bit more defense, so I could assign him as a bit more defensive. Let's check the rest of our armies, the unassigned armies, and let's find yes, let's find the rest of the infantry. So one, I didn't press shift. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, another army here. This guy has the trickster, so he has more reconnaissance. That would be good. This guy has defensive doctrine, so max entrenchment is really high. This guy has thorough planner, and this has offensive doctrine. So it's very interesting, the offensive doctrine, because with the offensive doctrine, this attack +1 that they give you extra width in the battle. So like, I mean, your divisions get, when a general has like defensive offensive doctrine as his trait, it means that his armies, his divisions are taking less width. So for example, if a division takes 10, 20, let's say, it gets, with the offensive doctrine, I think it gets like it will go to 18 or something. So you can add some extra divisions in like a general that that has the offensive doctrine. You can make a bit wider division and still fit in like tighter spaces, let's say, but we will not use him for now. I just want some defensive guys here, like let's say this one, which also has 2 attack, 3 defense. Okay, so this one, and then we still have a lot of unassigned armies, I'm sure. We have okay, so we have infantry cavalry, so I think cavalry we can just put it all together. Is it all? I don't know. I don't know if there is a better way to select many divisions. There are 10 divisions, yes, 10 cavalry we'll have, okay. So let's just add someone here, I don't know. I don't know who. Maybe this guy. Vincenty Kowalski. And then we'll have a few infantry and mountaineers left. So like 1, 2, okay, mountaineers. Should it be like special forces on their own? And then it's left just 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So let's make mountaineers as a special forces, an army of their own. Okay. With some guy here. Maybe with this guy, and maybe we'll expand the special forces later on. Anyway, it doesn't matter for now. Now I just want some armies and to be split, clearly split. And then the rest of them I will just gonna assign them in the other armies here, in the in the other infantry armies. So One, I think there are 4 left. 2, 3, 4, and that's it. Everything is assigned. Okay, and actually we will put some army to train. Maybe this one to start with. I don't want everybody to train because they consume like they consume supplies, and they also consume infantry equipment and support equipment. So they consume the supplies when they're training. So I don't want them to train all of them at the same time, but this they can. Okay, dude. First I think I have to put them also in some front lines. Okay, just send some front lines. So this army will go, let's say, to protect the northern sector, like here. And this army is going to go a bit southern, like here. No, because we have 2 fronts with Germany. So let me delete this. By the way, I think that I just hope that this battle planning stuff is improved, but I see it's the same problematic one I used to remember. Let's see how it will be in the when we'll start the plans, and let's see how my generals will act to the plans. Anyway, so we have here this one, this army here, and this army here, and the cavalry. The cavalry, I don't know, they can be garrison somewhere, because otherwise we cannot yeah, we cannot draw a front line here. Okay, so let's garrison, or I don't know. Yeah, let's concentrate them first somewhere, the cavalry, and we'll see. So garrison them. Here maybe, and here around Warsaw somewhere here. Let's garrison all the army, and they will be guarding, let's say, victory points and forts for now. And that's not important, but. And about the mountaineers. Okay, mountaineers. Maybe we shouldn't keep this separating. I don't know really. Now I'm confused how we will organize this. For now, I'm not really sure. Let's rename first of all this theater and just put it like Western Front. To know where we are. Okay, let's leave the mountaineers now. Let's not trouble ourselves more with it. And okay, we will. It says now here, it warns us that we're producing probably the artillery, and this is not in any template. Yes, I thought artillery, but anyway, it will be in the future, so we'll have to start producing. So we're going to ignore it, and I think everything is fine. Everything is good now. We closed all our notifications here, and we're ready to move a bit in time. So let's speed up a bit. So you see my armies are moving here. So let's see how we're producing. I guess. Now we're still losing equipment, and let's let them start some training, because that way we'll get some experience here, some army experience. My stability is okay here. I see the political power, so war support is 50% already. I guess the Polish people are looking what is coming on them, but I think this will increase as the world tension here will be increasing. Soon we will get the Italo-Abyssinian war, which will happen somewhere here in Ethiopia. Oh, I think it's already starting probably. But yeah, so let's speed up a bit now. We're speeding, and let's see what will happen. I want to research some stuff here and hopefully start producing more. For sure not now tanks, probably some anti-air in the future. I think we will need to add this to our divisions probably, unless we have like good support from our air divisions. So how much air force we have from our air force? Nothing almost. We have like 54, a wing of 54 fighters of the PZL 11 or something. These are, what are they? Fighters, yes, this is fighter. What else we have here? Close air support, just 22. So we have to start producing, I think. Let's just put them here. Like close air support. And which fighter is better, actually? Let's see. Okay, so I guess the PZL-24 is a variant. Because here you can create variants as well of specific types. Okay, let's do this. It's 570 kilometers range in this. And defense 8, 11. Anyway, okay, what we have? Decisions available. Our political power increase. Okay, let's keep going and... Okay, let's leave it like that for now and we'll see. We'll see. First we have to fill our huge gap of infantry equipment. I see this is increasing. On average we produce 21 units from production. Okay. What happened? National Spain declared war on Spain. Okay, so the Spanish Civil War started. Yep, here we got it. The Spanish Civil War. The Civil War has erupted in Spain. Several generals seeking to overthrow the good government in Madrid. This right-wing nationalist faction has occupied much of Spain. The Battle of Spain has begun and probably our world tension will increase a bit. No. Just 0.1%. Okay. So I guess this is something that the people were expecting. And we see that the nationalists are getting a lot of Spain. I think that the Republicans will get some help from the Soviets. By the way, oh my god, I was just progressing without... but we don't have a lot of political power. Because what I want to do is, as I told you, right now, our political situation is that we are non-aligned. We're our president is this guy, Ignacy Mochitsky, something like that. So we're non-aligned and we're with no elections because we're oligarchs, okay? So we want to go with Soviet Union, but I think our relationship right now with Soviet Union is not very good. Yes, so our opinion is -10 for them and their opinion for us is -10. So if we go to diplomacy, we have good relationships with Latvia and Portugal and some other minor countries. But we don't have good relationships with Soviet Union. In German Reich as well. Okay, we're kind of tense right now. Not that somebody's hating us a lot, but we're kind of tense. And right now we cannot have anything with them. We cannot ask for non-aggression pact for sure. We cannot offer military access. Of course, it's very early and we cannot even join their factions because Soviet Union has already some people in the Comintern. This is Mongolia and Tanutuva in the Comintern. It's this function of Soviet Republic, so it's here Tanutuva and Mongolia in it. Pretty relevant those two nations in the World War II theater, but still. So okay, so we want to start improving relationships first of all. So let's send our advisors and start improving relationships. And the moment we can, we will start because we see that people support a lot the non-aligned president. It has a lot of support, but there is some support for Democratic Party, 18%. And also for the Fascist Party, which is 15%. The Communist Party is just 2%. We want to strengthen these guys as much as possible, and there is a political advisor here. This is very handy, comes very handy, because in political advisors we have this guy, Stanislav Radkiewicz, which will increase our daily communist support, and day by day with this guy we will take over and we will change this. So the moment I can, I think my first reform will be to hire this guy to start like changing the public opinion towards communism, and but at the same time improving relations here. And I think by the time that we overthrow the current president, the non-aligned president, we establish socialist government full of comrades, and the Soviet Union will start liking us, and I think we will automatically get an invitation to join Comintern, especially if the war situation is very bad. Okay, so we finished with our national focus, so we got the political power. Perfect. Yes, we needed this. So we're just going to hire this guy. Where is it? Communist revolutionist. Here it is. So now communism will start from this very like a tiny small 2%, and it will grow day by day. We will take over this country. The communist revolution is coming, comrades, to Poland. Okay, so now let's leave this, since we took this bonus that I really needed. Let's start going down these 2 trees in order to acquire all these, let's say, you see here, you see like civilian factories, military. I want all this infrastructure. It's really good. So let's start with central region, and plus some research bonus as well. Okay, the remilitarization of Rhineland. So I guess this is also an event that Germans, a political focus for Germans. So Germany has stationed troops in the Rhineland territory, close to French border. In clear violation of Treaty of Versailles, the local populations cheered the soldiers and blah blah blah. Germans are walking into their own backyard, political commentator in Brader observed. British couldn't be more wrong in this like early years of before the war. So technically now Germans are allowed. Before they were not allowed to move like here soldiers in Rhineland, but now they will be able to move soldiers here. Okay, so our armies are training. Let's check this one. All of them are fully experienced. What about these guys? Here we have some trained and not super experienced. We could advance those guys, so this army can stop training and this army will start training. Let's call this the first infantry army. And let's call this the second infantry army. This calls first cavalry. Something, I don't know exactly the... Forgive me if I don't know exactly the like army the exact words, but I'm just going to call them all armies. Okay, unless I find something else. This terminology, you know, is like skipping me now. It's cavalry army, and this is like first special forces, and we will see. Okay. So let's move now. We're just moving forward. This research in some days. For now, we're just 5% in speed, but we will need even more. We're doing good in production here, despite our training. But technically, we produce nothing. We need more military factories. And how the construction is going? Okay. It's going okay, I think. The trade-off is though that, you know, the more we produce, the more of the resources we need, so the more civilian factories we need to train in order to produce more, and the slower then our construction of new military factories is becoming. So that's kind of trade-off. And I hope we will be able to build this in time. Because how much it needs? 26 days. 139 till it's complete. Okay, so we're currently in 3rd of April 1936. So we have around 200, let's say 80 days, around 280 days to the end of the year of 1936, and we have 1937, 1938. It will be way clear of trouble yet, so we have around, say, 900, around 1,000 days. These focuses take 70 days each. So, and we already started with this one, strengthen the Polish state. So, I just wanted to reconfirm my strategy. So, if I do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, it's already 540 days. Huh? No, sorry, it's 9. It's sorry, 630 days for this, so around 2 years for this too, and maybe to take the additional research slot, and then we can start preparing for the war in 1939. So in the first few months we can start going here to take the bonuses for the land doctrines, the weapons and stuff. Okay, and for sure here we will need this and the industry here, and we will need these advancements, and for sure we need motorized in order to be able to support our armored battalions later. Hopefully we survive this initial mayhem from the Germans. And of course, let's hope that the Soviets will accept us in the Comintern. So let's progress the game. Let's not hold it back anymore. So how is Germany going? They're working their 4-year plan. Okay. So Treaty of Addis Ababa. Okay, so the Italo-Abyssinian War ended. So Ethiopia was annexed, and Italy took Ethiopia technically, and this increased probably war tension a bit. Yes, 7% already. And also, oh, okay, this happened mainly because of German Reich as well. Okay. So they were in the 4-year plan, and before the research, Rhineland. Usually they start with Rhineland. Usually the AI starts with Rhineland. They have huge tree though, the Germans, to go through. And what about our friends, our future friends, the Soviets? They're going to armament airport. And the 5-year plan as well. And usually they go very weak because they have this focus somewhere called the Great Purge. The Great Purge historically was the time where Stalin murdered a lot of his high command, fearing of a plot against him to overthrow him. And this has some like negative effects in like production, in the army, in game. But usually Soviet Union is able to pick up very fast after it, but it has to survive the initial attack from Germany for sure. So that's what our main goal here is, to align with Soviets and help them like act as a, let's say, an airbag, an initial, let's say, buffer zone. Of course we want to survive and also become a buffer zone for the initial attack, to let them, to give them space to, like, let's say, evolve and deploy their military, and then just kick the Germans back from where they came from. So we just finished this research, 3 of them at the same time. Awesome. So let's not lose time. Let's find the next one. So we're in 1936. We cannot reach this tire, but we can get this bonus for our artillery, definitely. And we will need maintenance company would be for my armored divisions later. Military police, not so important right now for us, because military police usually gives suppression bonus. This is useful. Bit more recovery rate, probably. But this is useful only if you occupy territories, to hold back the resistance that is developing in the occupied territories. Let's leave it for now like that. Let's go to our weapons. What we can research here. We could research paratroopers, but we don't have the Air Force for paratroopers or Marines, so we don't have the Navy. So I guess Mountaineers, and maybe later Special Forces, which will give which will give a bit faster acclimatization factors in the first level, and then a bit more defense or capacity and training time. Okay, it's good bonuses these ones, but anyway. So let's research. I don't know if we will start producing this immediately, but let's research the motorized infantry. And also let's start. I was thinking about the doctrine, so I think we should go with superior firepower and rely mostly on the bonuses that they're giving for soft attack and defense and everything, and you see, to support companies, to artillery. So we want this for artillery. We will rely on our artillery, I guess, because we will not be able to create tanks. So let's go with superior firepower, or should we go with mass assault? Out of supply, organization, max entrenchment, supply consumption, relentless assault, tanks. Let's go with superior firepower. Let's go with artillery. I just want my artillery to be the backbone of my offense. It's what I want to hurt the Germans the most. Currently we produce a lot of them. Maybe 6 per week. Maybe it's not enough. How we're going in logistics? Okay, we are gathering artillery here. We're still lacking in infantry equipment and in support, but we will get there eventually. So how is this army? Did they train? Everybody's experience. Okay, I still have 2 army experience, not a lot. I don't know how I can get more. Probably I should leave them in training. Okay, dude, okay. Just start training, okay? I just want to leave the other countries alone. I just want to focus on my own defense, and I just want to make this like 4th line here behind the river. Because here you see, here is this province is plains. Central region strategy. Okay, so where is plains? Plains. I don't see the river somewhere. Here we have forest, so we can hide a bit from the enemies, from the air support of them. I just hope that this river is here. It's not explicitly written, but we will see. How is our infrastructure? Okay, let's check our infrastructure. So first let's check, actually here I'm checking the terrain. So here we have some forest. Here are plains, here are some hills around Warsaw. So Warsaw is unfortunately surrounded by plains, so it's just like flat land here. Only the rivers. I hope we will get this extra defensive bonus in the river, because it's not written anywhere. I just hope we'll get it if we build the forts here. So how is our... okay, what resources we have? Okay, also. Oil and steel in Krakow. That's our only resources right now. And the Germans have a lot of aluminum and steel here close the border, but it's highly unlikely that we'll be able to catch those. And we also make steel in Kielce. This is in front of the river, unfortunately. If we lose this area, that's it. Well, okay. So I wanted to see our infrastructure from the beginning. It looks good. Looks okay. Maybe here we lack a bit in policy 3. But anyway, I don't think I want to move like right now armies here in this area. I just want to have good infrastructure here. But not too good as well. I don't want to help the Germans. So I think 6 and 5 is good. We will be able to keep like our army supplied. Okay, so we have like now 1 bonus for industry. And let's start taking factories. Let's not lose time. And okay, as we are building and researching and we're like on a roll right now, let me pause. And I think that's it for this episode. Like, let's cut it here. Okay, and we will continue like with the preparation and the defense of Poland. We're doing okay. We're just lacking a lot of infantry equipment right now. Hopefully we'll get more factories, more military factories soon. I guess our construction is going okay. Oh, we should have 1 more right now. Or we don't. Where was it? It should have been somewhere, right? Did it messed up somehow? Let's see. I don't know. Block, Yelka. I don't understand. It seems it was going okay. Do I have an available military factory? 10 out of 10. So I have an extra one. Ah, but I already started producing Toad anti-air. Aha, so we got our first factory. Yay, okay. Okay, guys, okay, so we're not going to delay this more, okay. So, thank you very much for being here with me in another episode in Everyday Normal Greek, but first time episode of Hearts of Iron 4. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Just hit it, just press it, smash the like button, and also smash the subscribe button to subscribe to my channel, to show your support and to receive all the latest notifications about my activity in your homepage in YouTube. So thank you very much, geeks, for being here with me, and hopefully I will see you next time with the defense of Poland. It was Tamatis, and bye.